Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to another episode of the Rumble Pak podcast. This is episode 44.
40 freaking 4.
40 freaking 4.
And I'm Devin, and joining me are...
I'm Blake, as always.
I'm Brock, as always.
We have a guest.
And it's me, Kyle.
We got a laugh crew over here.
Fungry Monster Gang in the house.
Hungry Monster Nation.
Fungry Monster Nation. Hashtag Fungry Monster.
Now filmed in front of a
Hashtag Mucky Boy.
And so this is going to be our last podcast of the year. We're going to be exiting the terrible year of 2020.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I was thriving.
No one was thriving. Who
Thriving and
thrived?
surviving.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're going into 2021. We're going to do a wrap up of what we played this year, what we liked, what we didn't like.
Or are we just going to do a rap?
We're going to do a Poke
We're
Rap.
gonna-
We're going to do a Poke Rap.
Then
All
go
9,000
fast.
Pokemon.
Okay, so without further ado, first up on our list is one of the biggest games of the year,
That's
Animal
true.
Crossing New Horizons.
That's true facts.
It is.
It's
very
probably the
true.
biggest game of the year, honestly.
Yeah.
For
Probably.
Nintendo.
Definitely for Nintendo.
100%.
So recently, on December 24th, Animal Crossing had its Toy Day event. Did any of you play it?
As always, I didn't play it.
Okay, great.
Yep, nope.
I did participate because I have spirit.
Okay, great. So we can talk about
Kyle and I will just...
It's okay, I'll sit this part out.
we'll just
Okay.
watch each other.
So
Look into each
Brock,
other's
how
eyes.
did Toy Day go for you?
Honestly, not that well.
Oh God,
You got
what
cold?
happened?
Well, first of all, I was all prepared for Toy Day by buying the winter-themed outfits, which were very nice. I had my own Santa jacket, whatever, and I came out of my house in a very celebratory mood, only to find that stupid reindeer decided to take the job of Santa, which I thought I was gonna do.
Wait,
Well-
so what did you even do? What's
Wait,
the...
no, because technically you did play the role of Santa.
I did, but I didn't need his help. Yeah, so during the Toy Day event, what's his name? The
Jingle.
Reindeer? Jingle, the
Jingle
reindeer.
jangle.
Jingle, the black-nosed reindeer.
That's right.
Comes
Okay.
black-nosed,
Calm
just
it-
the nose.
Calm
Got it.
down, Nintendo.
Why isn't he red-nosed?
That's-
That seems like the perfect opportunity.
It's too on the nose, you
I
know.
see.
Boom.
I see. I see.
Yeah, well, he comes bringing his bag of holding with all the presents, but despite walking around your town all day, he's too tired to walk the extra 6 feet to your town's folk houses. So he gives you all the presents, and then you give them to the townsfolk. And some of your townsfolk decide to give you presents back. Some of them don't, because you really learn who's your actual friends in
That's
town.
true.
Jeez.
I only got like 2 or 3 presents from my villagers, so
They really hate you.
don't know why. Well, some of them I know why, but most of them.
Time to kick off the other
Yep.
8 or whatever.
January, we're starting we're starting fresh. We're cutting
Purging the
fat.
island.
Yeah, but that's basically it. You deliver all the presents, and Jingle Jangle gives you a Christmas item.
Jingle jangle.
I think it was
It's canon
for,
now.
for everyone, probably.
I got a sleigh.
Oh, no.
Slay
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once you're done, you can, that's pretty much it for Jingles, though you can still give more presents to your villagers, and maybe or maybe not get a present in return.
I also will say he did give you a DIY for.
For what?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Wait,
It must have been
an
cool.
ornament wreath. I
Okay.
think.
Oh, yeah, he does at
Yes.
the very beginning.
Yes.
Man. I got
Yeah.
a lot of wreaths now, I guess.
They-
don't
like,
Wait,
have
no,
a
no, no, no,
thousand
no.
ornaments.
Actually, no. Sorry, that was the beginning of the season. Isabel gives you the ornament wreath. He gave you a DIY for wrapping paper because he was too lazy to wrap everyone's gifts.
Right, and then you have to go get the ornaments from the trees to actually create the wrapping
Right.
paper, which is really difficult if you only have like 12 evergreen trees on your village, which I brilliantly did.
There you go.
I had a bit of an easier time. Mine is more of a mixed forest. We have deciduous and coniferous trees on my island.
We don't discriminate on the end. Brock's a tree hater.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, Toy Day really didn't have a whole lot going on, honestly. I've gotten more out of like building snow boys.
Snow boys.
Snow boys. I got my 2 favorite recipes from that. I've gotten the frozen tree and then the ice sculpture, which is like a bear. And I just got today a 3-tiered snowman. So
Did you say 3?
What's that mean?
3-tiered.
Oh.
R rating. Now here we go.
But yeah, it's like a snowball and then another one and then another one. There's 3 tiers.
So a normal, how
It's
everyone
just
would draw a snowman.
Normal
Fifth
snowman.
element.
All right.
Fifth element snowman.
Yeah. And those you just use like the snowflakes flying around and the large snowflakes that the perfect snowman give you.
So I guess real quick, since this is a year in review, and Animal Crossing has been
Out
the
for
thing
a
all year,
Yeah.
has there been, what's the best holiday one so far? Because
That is
I only
true.
participated in the Easter one,
Oh,
And
God.
that
F
was
tier,
something.
F
Worse.
tier. Yeah.
which really made me not want to participate in any of the other ones
Well,
coming out.
that sucks because it was the first one too. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's gonna drop in March, and then we're gonna get this holiday right afterwards.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Not great. I mean, there was 4th of July, which was like, meh. It was okay.
Yeah.
Custom fireworks.
Custom fireworks, which I didn't do.
Is that like a pattern?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
you
a
can
pattern
draw
you
it,
give to
basically.
Isabel, and then you get sparklers and like little head bobbly thingies. And then was next up Halloween?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
There was nothing in between 4th of July and
Wasn't
Easter.
there
Well,
like a
the 4th
Arbor
of July
Day
was
or-
just August,
I
right?
see.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They don't celebrate America in Animal Crossing, which they should.
True.
Yeah.
Halloween, I don't even remember what. I didn't give candy out to anyone, even though I was hoarding candy like all month long.
You were getting it every single day, and then
I
you were
really
like,
was, and we
well,
were going back
I'm
and
not
forth
gonna do
between
it.
islands, and I didn't get it.
We put hours into Halloween only to not actually use.
I know. And I got like all of the different DIYs and whatnot, but didn't do it. And then
To answer your question, because Devin doesn't know what she's talking about, Thanksgiving was the best holiday.
Turkey Day does seem like it was the best. Unfortunately, Blake and I were traveling that day,
Yep.
so didn't get to participate, but I
2021, we'll
enjoyed.
figure it out.
I did like the thing where they had the DIYs in the store post Turkey Day.
You like not having to play the stupid holidays.
Yeah.
On the holiday.
I didn't get the
yes.
special items, but I did get the DIYs,
Yeah.
and it was worth it for the casserole.
Honestly,
So-
I felt like the change of, because you know how they update it basically every month to add the new items and stuff. I feel like that was sometimes better than the actual holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
the summer one seemed to be the most the most you got from
Yeah.
it, in the fact that now you can swim, you can dive,
That
you can do
that
all
was
this other
huge.
stuff.
It was like,
Like-
oh, here's a whole another wing of the museum for the art
Right.
stuff.
It added like a whole new element to the game as opposed to like
Just
the
new
event.
items and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Right. So next holiday that's coming up is New Year's Eve, and there is going to be a countdown in Animal Crossing. I got a notification this morning.
We're
I
not
saw
we're
a
not
little
doing anything in
yellow
real life. We're just
bird.
doing it on Animal Crossing.
Right, exactly.
That's gonna be on the TV.
I mean, I don't know anything about it right now, but I assume all the villagers are getting turned up.
I was gonna say,
I
can you
hope.
get drunk in like Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You get to hand out drinks to all your villagers. You need another shot. Here you go.
Here's some sparkling apple juice.
So I don't really know what it's gonna entail. I mean, New Year's Eve is only a few days away.
It's the
so
new
we'll-
year.
Yeah,
We'll see.
have
Other than that, it's been a long year full of wasting my time in this game.
Indeed, wasting is the best adjective for Animal Crossing, and yet
Yep.
I enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be anything before, like anything big before we actually hit a year before it released, like in January, February?
Well,
I
it
know.
released in March.
Yeah, like
something,
late
right?
March, like 20 something.
Because it released the same day as Doom Eternal.
Yeah, there's
So
all the
it's like-
fan art of like
yeah.
Isabel and the Doom guy.
Yeah, so it's like March 20th or somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you'll have I mean, I imagine you'll have a Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I wonder if they'll do like St. Patrick's Day or something. Probably not. I don't
That
know.
would
But
be-
definitely Valentine's
No,
Day.
Yeah.
maybe.
Everyone
feel like there's
just
like a-
stumbles out of their
I feel like there's a
houses.
Mardi Gras thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They always because in the other games they had a peacock who kind of
That's
symbolized
true.
Mardi Gras.
Really?
Yes.
Don't remember
I
That'd be cool.
would love the peacock to come back.
Also, there needs to be some new Overwatch skin for Mardi Gras because last year's
Ooh,
was
yeah,
not
that's true.
Hey, stick to the topic at hand. We're still on Animal
good.
Crossing.
We're on Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is the topic at hand. Come on.
But speaking of how much time we've wasted in this game, do we want to go through
Our stats.
our
for the year?
stats, our year in review,
I'm-
our disgusting
Disgusting
stats?
stats.
Yours is relatively okay.
Mine's fine. Yours is what I'm scared
Well,
about.
Brock's is really the most
I don't play
worrisome.
video games.
But the amount of time I've spent this year versus in 2019 is vile.
Well, I will. There is a reason for that, and I will get into that later.
Animal Crossing.
No, not even that.
Good.
Wait, for me?
Yeah,
What?
it's because Devin didn't have
Have a
her
profile.
a profile that was connected to
A Nintendo.
a
account.
Nintendo like online
Right.
thing.
Yes,
So
that's
So she was pretty much just.
I
on
feel like we
yours.
got yours like at the very end of last
Yeah.
year, so it calculated like
So
you
I-
played 1 hour last year.
so
So how you feel now?
Yeah.
even worse. I'm scum.
Scum of the earth.
Okay, so Brock, how many hours did you play this
As I
year?
said, I do not play video games. Somehow, though, Animal Crossing made me play 792 hours of video games this year.
Well, that's not entirely true, because in 2019, you played about half of those hours.
I played 300 hours in 2019, and 290 of those were Rocket League. So,
Oh, that's big.
That's
That is
true.
big.
so yeah, 792 hours. Previously, I thought I spent like, if you would have asked me, I would have said 100. So, yeah.
That's a running gag. Brock never beats games, but it's like
True.
somehow he puts hours into games, just
He's just
running at a
standing
wall
there.
or something.
Yeah, he just has a rubber band holding forward as he's.
He's shiny hunting Pokemon, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
disgusted more than Devin is. Whatever she says, I say it like times 3.
Kyle, do you want to...
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I put in the least amount out of everyone here. But
Well-
I feel like I didn't touch my Switch a lot this year, but somehow I still managed to rack 380 hours.
You're not a Nintendo boy.
That's true.
Yeah, we have to preface this so nobody knows anything about Kyle, but
No one
Kyle
knows
is
me.
not Nintendo.
He's a
person.
hungry
He-
man.
He is
Hungry
he is
all the time.
That's all you need to know.
Yes,
So-
I own every single thing. I own, besides a high-end PC.
Everything.
I own everything.
The
I own the
Atari,
world.
everything.
But yeah, I played 380 hours, which I would assume is mostly between Animal Crossing and Hades. And then
There you go.
I ended up putting in 23 games though somehow. Even though I feel like it's only those 2 I've played this year on it.
I had, let's see, 390 hours,
391.
391,
Everybody's cheating.
up from 310 in 2019. So I added 80 hours somewhere.
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 Oh, you were
Gotta-
sitting at home with
Gotta
a
do
bunch
the
of days.
calculations.
You know, this year was a little bit different than other years. 41 games, which it seems like a lot.
What is this?
My highest activity by day was November 22nd. For some
No
reason.
sense.
I have no idea why.
November 22nd?
Yeah, just a random. I don't even know when that was. Like
Because
a Saturday or something.
you said yours was like that March 28th.
Mine was March 28th.
Did
yeah.
you have your...
Mine was like June something.
Okay. I didn't know.
So
if-
yours were both like when
Ours were the
quarantine
same day.
started.
Yeah, ours were exactly when Animal Crossing and quarantine hit at the same time, and so
like the perfect trifecta
Yeah.
of
it's like,
everything.
okay, I can stay up for 100 hours and just play this game now. So
I was a core gamer too.
Mine was the court-
I have a picture of Bowser and it says, "You're a skilled, experienced gamer who's always up for a challenge."
I'm a getaway traveler. You know, I realize the potential in deserted islands.
So dumb.
It says my most played games per hour by hour was Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and Dragon Quest 11.
Hmm.
Which kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Animal Crossing, obviously Stardew Valley, and then like a long JRPG.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
that'll fit. Yeah, like I said, mine's Animal Crossing and Hades, and then I also have in here The Messenger, Katana Zero, and somehow Rocket League managed to squeeze in there, even though I thought I was playing on my PS4 or 5 most of this year.
Yeah. Is it cross-platform?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have it to where you can cross-play now, so.
Gotcha.
And then my hours total to 696.
Jeez.
And it was 90 in 2019. Okay, so is it 90 total in 2019?
Yes.
Or is okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've really upped my hours, but like Blake was saying, I didn't really have my Nintendo account. For a
Yeah.
while,
I don't think it
so-
like calculated it really.
Yeah.
But I played a total of 17 games. I don't know how I did more than just Animal Crossing, but my most played games by hours were Animal Crossing, obviously, Dragon Quest XI, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Stardew Valley, and then Calico, which was released recently.
I was surprised to see that on there because that came out like 2 weeks ago.
I
or
was
gonna
something. Like, okay.
I've been pumping the hours into that.
Yeah,
We looked at Devin's total playtime of Animal Crossing. It was like
500.
600 probably now.
Probably.
It was like basically she had to play like at that time like 2 hours every day if you were spreading it out evenly.
You do not do that. That's depressing.
I was like, jeez, since the game came out.
Well,
There were
I mean-
definitely 12-hour days.
I mean, I'm sure if you calculated our like WoW time back in the
Oh,
day,
I know.
it came out to something like that.
Slash played 500,000 days,
Yeah.
like a year
You've
of
played
playtime.
for 3 months, and
You've
you've been on
wasted
this
3
game for 3
years.
months. So what are you doing?
That's
I
like what it
mean-
was.
I mean, once I started slowing down in Animal Crossing, I decided to like redo my entire island, and
Start back
That's
up.
not
Come on.
slowing down.
I've done that
When you
3
feel yourself starting
times.
slowing
I've
down.
done it 3 times. I want to do it again,
It's a must.
and I really shouldn't.
I don't know. You have a good 95 hours you need to catch up on next year to catch me.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Honestly, next year will be real telling for you. Then we'll see if you can
100
come anywhere.
hours,
We'll
that's
see
the
if
goal.
if you can come anywhere near 696, or if you'll just blow it out of the water.
And I mean, I graduate from school this year, so
Nothing holding you back anymore.
nothing will be holding me back. I'll be unemployed,
Yeah,
ready to game, baby.
There you go. We gaming now, boys.
Alrighty.
That's our playtime. We're discussing
That's it.
humans.
I play a lot, considering this is the least, and I still have 380 hours.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what your playtime would be combined between all consoles.
Oh god.
We
Too
say this
much.
to make it clear that we are all experts. Everything we say.
I'm a core gamer.
100% Right? 3 of us record. 2 of us are core gamers.
That's right.
Um,
We're getaway travelers.
What were
That's
you?
right.
You
Getaway
both
traveler.
getaway traveler?
Yeah.
Well, get
I
away.
wanted
Get
to-
out of here.
You
Travel
know,
somewhere else.
I wanted to get away, get out of the house
Get
for
away
a
from
little
this,
bit.
this year.
Go to
you know?
my island. Go to my
Yeah.
island retreat.
But so obviously Animal Crossing was a big game from this year. We mentioned some other games that we were playing, like Dragon Quest.
We have a
11.
whole list of games that we thought were what gave us. They were impressionable for this year,
that we
basically.
enjoyed.
I
And
think,
big hitter, 20 titles.
I think we just pick random categories and they'll come up.
Sure.
So yeah, we've literally got random categories written down here so we can discuss for the next 2 hours if you're comfortable.
Yeah. Get comfy, get a drink, get a snack. Hopefully it's not going to take 2 hours, but. Alright, so we're gonna jump into these categories.
Why not? And add any you feel appropriate. Feel are appropriate.
This is where we're
please.
starting. So, our first category. Did we do this last year? I think we skipped
We
this
didn't.
last year.
I don't know.
We're bringing it back from 2018.
For the long time listeners, yeah.
Longtime fans.
Yeah. Fan.
Fan, yes. Our one fan. My dad.
Hi, Mom.
Rusty.
So, our first category was interesting art style. Any of these games any game in 2020 stand out to you? Or that, I guess you can say that how are we doing this? Did it have to release in 2020, or we just played it?
If you played it.
Within the year.
Okay.
And the answer to this is honk honk.
There you go.
What?
Untitled
Untitled
Goose
Goose Game?
Yeah.
That is a good game.
Interesting art style.
I like
Very
that one.
simplistic. I like
I'll
it.
give a shout out to The Messenger. The Messenger is a cool little game, platforming action game. It's pretty much an 8-bit for most of the game. You play through it, and then like once you get through a certain point of it, you can change it from 8-bit to 16-bit.
Ooh.
And so
I like that.
when you change it, it changes the layout of the level slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's basically like when you go to 16-bit, you're going forward in time, and so like you're going from
You're
like
scaring
future to
me.
past, and it changes the art style. It's really cool. It's a fun game. I probably should have played more of it, but I at least beat it, and then I didn't get into 100%ing it or anything like that.
Should have
Yeah.
played more of your top 3 games.
Yeah, my number 3 most played games on my Switch.
I gotta give a shout out to Paper Mario, Origami King, because
That's
I
just paper. That's
No,
not it.
Paper
that-
can be
that looked-
anything.
That looks good.
Look
though.
at this boy. Tell that to this boy. I don't know, just the amount of things that they could do with just the paper aesthetic was just like awesome to me. It's like they made it into mountains, they made it into water, little thin strips for grass. Beautiful.
Did they make it into paper though?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, signposts, probably a little paper on the ground note.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't pick like Hollow Knight or something.
That's true.
Hollow Knight's awesome.
I think you literally picked Hollow Knight last time we did
The
this.
last time we did this, I feel like I chose Hollow Knight for like every category.
Hollow
so-
Knight is a great game.
I just finished replaying that again. So.
Oh, really?
But also, I'd say probably Manifold Garden.
Ooh,
That one was cool.
That one was
from
tight.
from the little bit I played of it. That was cool.
I didn't
Yeah.
really play it, but I watched you play it, and I don't know. It's interesting looking. It would make me sick to play because Vertigo, but
I'm gonna say, how many headaches did you get?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it very long.
Wanted to see.
Brock, no Star Wars pod racer in this.
It'll come up later.
All right, all right.
And also, I'll shout out Hades, because Hades does have a cool art direction.
That studio is always
Supergiant is
always
really good. I look through, when you look at their catalog, they haven't made a bad game.
Yeah.
So
What they have, Transistor and
they have. They
Are they
started
Bastion?
with Bastion,
Yeah.
Transistor. Then they did Pyre, which is the one game I haven't played by them, but
I
I've heard it's really
I
good.
downloaded Bastion this year and played through it again on
Yeah.
the Switch, and I was like, this still holds up
It
pretty
holds
well.
up real good. Good. And then now Hades, and Hades is obviously amazing. But
What I can't even remember really what Hades was all about.
basically, you're the son of Hades,
Yeah.
and you're trying to like escape the underworld.
Yeah.
And it's can't remember if they're, because there's roguelikes and then there's roguelites.
Lights.
And I think it's a roguelite
I see.
because it's one of those games where you kind of like die, upgrade, go again.
I like
Die, like Rogue Legacy almost
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
way, right? And it's real good. I mean, it doesn't take too long to beat. I think I probably took 20. It took me like 20 hours maybe to like beat it the first time.
Yeah.
And then like they add a whole level of like, hey, you can make enemies harder, do all this type of stuff to get like even more cooler
Sure.
stuff, whatever. But it's really good, and and one thing that's been brought up a lot at the end of the year here about it is the writing, and the writing in it is very good. Like I feel like my whole time playing it, I didn't get like dialogue that was like the same for people.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like every time I talked to someone for like the first 10-15 hours of the game, where I was like actually listening to what they said.
Sure. Not just mashing it.
Yeah,
You
not just
pass
mashing it. Like I feel like they said something new like every time, and I was just kind of like surprised.
Yeah.
Because I'm
But
like,
they have like that depth
okay,
of dialogue
yeah,
options.
yeah, like I've been through this area like 15 times now, and yet I'm still hearing something new.
Sure.
It's cool.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's all voice acted, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all voice acted.
That's
and,
even another layer.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm recommending you guys should play it.
I have been wanting to play it ever since I saw it come out, but
It's too good for me.
Brock will have to
It's-
put too many more hours in that.
I'll let you know when you come back to life. You do spawn in a pool of blood,
Ooh.
so that
I
might
know.
get you.
That's
That might get you.
that's a no-go.
Is there a no blood mode where you spawn?
It turns the blood.
It
there a
turns
moment
into
it turns
Jell-O.
It, yeah, it turns the blood green or something.
Zelda style.
Yeah.
Nah, you have to just deal with it.
Just deal with it, boy.
So next up we have coolest character.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about this one for a minute.
I know what mine is. I'm gonna say Impa.
What?
Young
Ooh.
Impa from
That's actually good.
Hyrule Warriors.
That's actually
She's
pretty
so
good.
tight. She's really cool. I like her fighting style. I didn't even play the game, but just like from watching, I like how she looks. I like how she plays. And it was cool to be able to see a character from Breath of the Wild back 100 years before the game started. So that's my pick.
Okay, I'm going to completely cheat, as I hope to do on every single one of these categories,
Wow.
and pick Baseball Mario from Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Why?
Okay.
He's
That's
a
a
separate
deep cut.
character because in Mario Kart phone crappy version, they've
Yeah.
got 17 versions of Rosalina and every other character. So obviously, Baseball Mario is a canon character.
He can.
He's Mario's older brother, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like baseball. I don't know if I've said that 17 times on this podcast, but I need another Mario baseball game, and that's the closest I've gotten in 15 years.
We might get strikers coming up soon with that.
Yeah. Strikers 2021. This is a hard one for me.
I know. I'm trying to think of.
Hollow Knight?
I can't just do Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight,
I'm
Hollow
pretty
Knight,
sure I
Hollow
did that
Knight.
in 2018.
Exactly,
My
those
favorite
two.
is the annoying little kid figure from Clubhouse Games
That. Ooh, yes, okay.
that teaches you how to play all the games and is super annoying. No, actually, I don't know.
What about the,
Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah,
I
was
really
gonna
liked.
say, what about the
I
old
really
man?
liked.
The old man?
No, I didn't like him the best.
You
I
like
I
Eric.
liked Eric the best in Dragon Quest 11. He's like a rogue type guy.
Yeah.
He wears a hood. He uses daggers.
That sounds
He's
dope.
pretty sweet.
You always like the sneaky boys.
He has long blue hair. He's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I mean, like, when I think of characters for me in 2020, they unfortunately go to like Last of Us 2 because I was
Sure.
Tom Nook.
PlayStation. Yeah, Tom Nook from Last of Us.
Let's really come on. Let's dig into him.
But
Last of Us is valid. Open up
Really?
this
Ooh.
podcast.
yeah, Last of Us 2. I mean, I like the characters in it. Sure, obviously, people are mad at some of the character writing in that game, but
Yeah.
I still think they're good enough characters that you get like attached to them and you care, which is obviously a big thing in video games and tough to do.
That is definitely hard to do, especially like games, because like it's like people's lives feel like expendable, sort of, when you're in a
Right.
game.
Right.
It's like, how do you actually make someone care about this?
Yeah.
Right, so to bring that home to my quote choice, it sucks that Baseball Mario is only one of,
Sure.
one of 50 different costumes in Mario Kart Live. I hope he gets the representation he deserves, a full game, because I can't.
Okay. Keep wishing. Sorry.
Kyle, you should have picked Kyle from Animal Crossing because.
Ooh.
I
Which-
didn't even know
what
that
is-
was a character.
What does Kyle look like? What animal?
He's like one of the wolf boys.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right. I
right.
do remember
He's
that.
I'll be a
hot,
wolf.
You know,
All right.
That's
all
me.
Badass with his jacket and his guitars and everything. You know.
He's a cool guy, Wolf.
my boyfriend.
Also, shout out to Fuchsia for coming to my island finally. Been wanting her since day one.
Yeah, we saw it in the
So you're shutting
trailer.
it down now?
No, she'll be gone soon.
No!
She probably
I'm
didn't
keeping
give
her
you a-
forever.
she
Her and
probably didn't-
Diana are my girls.
Who's Diana?
The other deer. She's white with like pastel purple and blue and pink.
I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
know her.
But Meringue's my number one, obviously.
Okay. Next up, we got Best Indie
Why
Game.
keep scrolling away?
Indie can mean
Because I'm looking
anything,
at the
so
indie
just,
games.
yeah.
Okay. Oh god, I had it. What was it? Best indie game.
Go
to
ahead,
say,
guest.
for me, it's pretty easy because one of my best games of the year is an indie game, so it's Hades.
There you go. Easy enough.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good game and should be played more.
I'm about to download it like right now. Let me pull my Switch. Bye. Finish this off for me.
I remember what I was gonna pick.
Oh,
Stardew Valley. Even though it's an older game.
That
But
is true. We sunk a
It has
lot of
been
hours into it.
updated a lot.
it's been updated a lot and they're gonna come out with a new one. Although I think this is just for the PC for now, but it'll assuredly come to the
Well, it's
Switch.
the new patch is out now on the PC. It's coming out early 2021 for the consoles.
Oh, well, I can't wait to make a beach house, even though you really can't grow any crops. Well, you can, but you can't use
You can't use
sprinklers, which is annoying, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Because you're a pure farmer.
Yes. And because there's gonna be new marriageable characters, and I'm always looking for someone other than my emo king Sebastian, so
Can you marry the hobo yet?
no.
Never.
Why
Linus.
not?
Linus is so cool.
He'll never
He
be
gives you
able to.
sashimi recipe.
He's cool.
He's cool.
I gotta say Manifold Garden, just because it's so crazy with the geometry. You could literally just jump off the edge and just fall forever. Or you could get to the place where Kyle got, and it was just like endless stairs. We couldn't figure out where to go for
That was
100 years.
confusing.
What was that called? Non-Euclidean geometry?
Yeah, it's like basically like 4 dimensions somehow. If that's even a thing.
I
So
Think
can't
about it.
compute.
non-Euclidean geometry games.
Triangles
We
on
need
triangles.
we need more of those next year, obviously.
More
We need more
witnesses.
4Ds.
Yes. We need 5Ds to match the 5Gs.
My pick for best indie game is Spiritfarer, which I love very much.
Ooh, there you go.
I've already went on plenty of love rants about Spiritfarer, so I'll just leave it there.
You leave it at that.
Alright. So next up we have most infuriating game, and for me, it's one that I also have
Ooh.
sunk a lot of hours into recently, and that's Calico,
Ooh,
What?
which
I know why.
because it's so broken. Even though I really like the game, it's like magical girl runs a cat cafe, and everything's really customizable. But yeah, my first file, I got stuck in the sky at the very end. My second file, a character from Endgame glitched into my cat cafe and I talked to them, and then the game got confused and thought I was at Endgame, so I couldn't progress any further. And then my third file, I got stuck in the ocean, and I reset the game without saving, and then I could complete the game. But yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff, like characters walking through the ground.
Like, you just like see the top of their head. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess he's
They're just
over
like
there.
cloaked lower or something.
Yeah.
There were like parts of quests that were missing. Like I had to round up these rabbits, and there was one rabbit that just never was there. Because I did it in my past files, and I completed it. But then in another file, one of the rabbits was just gone.
So when did Cyberpunk release on Switch?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
Oh,
it
man.
sounds like
I
they're
think it
working.
might have been more put together than that.
It sounds like they're working really hard to fix everything, and like it is a really beautiful game, and I did enjoy playing it. But like especially towards the end of the game, it was just really infuriating. So
Yeah, it was like the very ending was the part that glitched in your first file, and then it's like, oh, we'll just replay it real quick, and then it was like something else in the middle glitched this time. I was like, how many times are you going to redo this?
Say, starting 3 files, that'd be
It just
that'd be too
is
many
not
for
right.
me. I'd be
Yeah.
like, no.
I'm dedicated to my cat cafe.
I mean, they said they like they were pretty good like on social media about putting stuff out though,
Yeah.
because she got it the day of the indie direct, because it was like available now, this
Yeah.
title. And then like you could just see like the next day all of the people on like the devs Twitter were like, I completed the game and the credits are rolling, but I'm like stuck in the ocean. I can't get out. Like, okay, we're gonna address this in a patch like next week, so don't worry. I'm gonna go with my most infuriating game. Probably Donkey Kong Country. Because of
Throwback.
because of one level being
Minecarts?
the minecart level. Me and Brock have been being pretty good about playing through like all of these old, you know,
SNES.
like
classics.
Yeah,
The
classic
well-known
games. The
classics.
Super Nintendo games and then like the NES games. We finally got to Donkey Kong Country, and it's like I think we spent probably like an hour or two on
Yeah.
one stage.
Yes.
Every other level, I was like, okay, this is tuned pretty fine. Like,
Yeah.
there was a couple times where like we like just would fall off the edge or something because of like the
Pixel
collision.
counts
The
or something.
collision
pixels
is
are
not
all-
like up with the artwork somehow.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? So
Yeah, they made it 20 years ago.
yeah,
Well,
it's
30 years ago now.
It's acceptable. This is like a well-known infuriating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
So
Playing the minecart levels in Donkey Kong Country is like learning a rhythm game song and then not having notes to click
Sure.
in the middle of it.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll follow that up with a very similar pick, and that was the game before Donkey Kong Country that we played, and that was Super Mario World 3: Yoshi's Island. This game was infuriating because
Yes.
it never clicked with me. So we spent so much time going backwards and forwards trying to figure
Yeah.
out how to progress because it maybe we're too stupid or it was not obvious enough.
It was like a fever dream sometimes.
Yes. So something just did not click, and that's why it's my most infuriating game.
And I'm here to disrupt everything. Because my most
Disrupt it.
infuriating game, Animal Crossing New
There you
Horizons.
go. All
out.
right. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, because
Equally as
I
infuriating for
did
us.
not. I was not able to be the one to start the island.
Yeah, Crimea River.
So therefore, all of the mayor responsibilities and anything like that, I couldn't do. So if I was like, oh well, we're gonna put a bridge here, I'd have to log off of my account,
Yeah.
log into Melissa's,
Yep.
put the then I'd have to give her the money
Yep.
that I had so that she could buy the bridge, and it's just like, why do I just not have the same amount of responsibility?
I know.
This is obviously Shell's best girl to be.
And so
Yeah.
that was annoying and just seemed like I get that's the way it used to be, but when you have a console that I feel like is a home console now as opposed to being on a mobile device like the 3DS or
Sure.
Nintendo DS,
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna have multiple people on this one thing a lot.
Mhm.
You probably should have
Yeah.
planned a little.
Yeah, that was my biggest gripe too because obviously I have sunk the most amount of hours into this game.
But I'm the mayor.
Oh.
But
I'm
he's the mayor. And I'm so angry because I have to do the same thing. I have to log out, and he has nothing in his
Yeah.
inventory. He has terrible outfits.
Oh,
he hasn't
sorry.
logged on
Excuse
since
me.
April, maybe.
Excuse me.
I put in the most work at the museum, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. So
But yeah, that's mine.
I agree with that. That's something that they should have understood.
oh, sorry, go
No, I
ahead.
was just gonna make a stupid joke about how you guys apparently can't get along with your island mates, and that's the entire point of the game.
Yeah, come on now.
We've had serious marital disagreements over I'm just kidding. But so next up we have best single player game, and I don't know, mine's kind of a weird one, mostly because I haven't played a whole lot of games this year.
Besides
and-
Animal Crossing.
Besides Animal Crossing, and this also could be a multiplayer game, but I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It's a game that I really enjoyed playing when I was a kid, and I've gotten the farthest I've ever gotten in it since it came out for the Switch. I haven't finished it yet because Animal Crossing, but
You've got priorities, of course.
Yeah. Come
yes, I have to do my chores every day. Come But also the final part is really hard, and usually when I get to a thing like that, I just stop instead of grind. So, but I will finish it. I also need to finish Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4.
And
But-
Undertale
And Undertale,
on the Switch.
I
which
haven't- I
I'm
haven't
also
even
at
done
the
that.
final boss there.
Ooh.
But yeah, I really enjoyed playing this game. I feel like it was challenging enough, but it wasn't like too hard. And yeah, it was just fun to play through and have the updated graphics and like new character customizations and things
Yeah,
like
that was
that.
cool.
So that's my pick.
I'm gonna go with Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Because I loved the single player on the Wii U, but then they added like a prologue, couple missions, and then they added like an epilogue, couple missions, and it's just a solid game all around. Has a good story, super good, super solid single player. So that's mine.
Me?
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, since I really just don't want to say Hades again, because that's
Hades.
the only Switch stuff I have. So I'm gonna branch out here and go to cross gen. And so, to be honest, it would probably be Final Fantasy VII Remake was really solid.
That was
I enjoyed that a lot for all the new stuff they added, and like the combat in it is just
It's
awesome.
pretty solid, yeah.
I like that a lot. I like the new action combat they added.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine.
Some love onto the Sephiroth this
Yeah,
year for Smash. We got Cloud and Smash.
True. And now we get the high rendered one.
Oh yeah.
Because why didn't they have that as a skin?
I don't
A
know.
polygon version of Sephiroth.
Ooh, that would be great.
That would have
That'd
been
be-
cool.
That and Banjo really deserve a polygon
Yeah.
version.
What if they had like every character that's like real old, like as their original
Yeah.
skin, like just an option, like
Yeah.
That would be very difficult in some cases.
For
Some-
Mario,
yes.
that'd be like impossible.
Yeah.
Imagine how many Mario skins you'd have if
Yeah.
you did all of his like original sitting there like
Yeah.
pressing it like whatever for 10 minutes is
they could just like release that as like a pack, like when they're all said and done with all of this, like
As long as they never make another Smash Brothers game and Ultimate really just gets crap added for the next
Updates
10 years,
forever.
then yes, that's what I want.
it's doable.
Okay, you ready?
I'll make a phone call. I'm ready. What do you got?
This is it. My best single player game of the year, because I'm not going to choose Animal Crossing. That's too boring. Is the remake of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
I was
Yes.
wondering when this was going to come.
Yes. This is the best racing game ever. And although they did not upgrade the textures, they did not upgrade anything. It is the most fun I had playing a single game this year, not just because of nostalgia reasons. It is a difficult game. It's not for babies. It makes
Not for babies.
7-year-old me could only get past
Written on the
like
box.
the fourth race.
Not for babies.
27-year-old me
E10
all the
plus.
way through, even on hard mode. What else? What else makes this great? Oh yeah, it's not the best multiplayer game because the frame rate drops even on the Switch if you play multiplayer.
Sweet.
So it's strictly a single player game, and I think that's about it. Unless you have questions.
Does Watto appear in it constantly?
Watto?
Yes.
I'm.
What do you think you are? Some type of Jedi?
Obviously, I'm not big of a Star Wars fan.
Come on,
Yes.
Brock.
Yes. He is all. Every single time you go back to the menu, you hear his lovely
Oh,
voice.
perfect.
That's
This-
exactly
this
what you
sounds-
want.
This sounds like a perfect game.
It is.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Between him
12 out
and
of 10.
Anakin shouting, "It's working! It's working!" That's pretty much the game, and I don't know why you would pick any other game.
You're compelling me to maybe change it, and I haven't even played it.
I'm
Alright.
gonna throw one in real fast, but it's also not Switch or Nintendo.
That's
Bug Snacks.
Bug snacks.
Bug
Snacks
snacks.
is
We
a
gotta get a
Bug
little bug
snacks.
snacks representation.
Gotta rep those bug snacks.
What was your favorite bug snack?
That's really hard because there are a lot of tiny cute bug snacks. But I have to say the albino strawberry.
Ooh.
What was his strawberry? Is that all it was?
Strawberry.
Yeah, I like the
Nice.
fritters.
Oh, look that up. The albino strawberry.
The kiwi one was also
Oh no, the kiwi one. Yes, the kiwi one's my favorite. It's a
not
spoon
what
in
you
his
said.
nose. A spoon in his nose. How can you not love him? There's so many.
It's got a deep story, actually.
Deep
It does.
story.
It's
We got
actually
bugs, we got
really, it's
snacks.
actually really messed up.
Yes.
I'm scared.
And it was actually the game that like I fully played, and Kyle was the backseat gamer.
There you
instead of
go.
Yep.
The other way around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let her try.
All right, what's up next? We have most fun multiplayer game.
Did multiplayer games release on Switch ever?
Yeah, I'm like, Among Us just came out.
You haven't even played
I haven't
it.
played it yet, but we'll see.
The internet says it's cool.
The internet says hit and poppin'.
The answer to this is Clubhouse Games. Mike's answer
Okay,
is also
honestly,
Clubhouse
yeah,
Games.
probably Clubhouse Games.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley was solid.
Yes. Okay.
Super Nintendo games were good online for
Most
us.
fun multiplayer this year, Fall Guys.
Okay, that's true. I wish that would have come to Switch.
Should have.
honestly.
I don't see why it didn't. Cause was it exclusive on PlayStation?
No.
I don't think so.
it's
It was on PC.
Yeah,
But did it
yeah.
come to like Xbox?
I don't know about
I don't
that.
think
Was it like a console? Because now they have like the console exclusives.
Right.
So like, but Fall Guys
Fall
To
Guys
me, it
was good.
is super fun.
This is gonna sound dumb, but looking at Fall Guys, I think it can't come to Switch because the graphics are too good.
I thought about that before, and I was like, it's kind of
It's got some high shine to it.
yeah, the shadows.
Yeah, the ray tracing on it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Switch Pro maybe, but who are we kidding?
For my nominee, I'm gonna have to go with Untitled Goose Game because the multiplayer came out and Melissa and I crushed it one
I hate
afternoon.
Yeah.
You did?
Yep.
Yeah, we played it together.
We did, yeah, we beat it in one
Do
afternoon.
we have it on Switch? What'd you
We
play it
do.
on?
Yeah, I played it with Devin.
Yeah.
Oh, you played it like on
Yeah,
her-
she came
okay.
over. Yeah,
Okay.
They cranked it
I
out in
leave
one
the house
afternoon.
sometimes.
No.
yeah. Melissa
How'd
came
you get
over,
out?
and we played Untitled Goose Game, and it was really great. And that's all you need to
Do you
know.
remember which goose you each played as? Because apparently there's two, and I still don't even.
Devin
Right.
I can't even
was
tell the difference.
Main goose, and I was the one with the little bump on my nose.
Right,
Wow.
which is a Chinese goose.
Yes.
We had a whole segment on
We
this.
did have a
so-
segment on this. Check it out. I don't
There is a
remember what
difference between the
episode,
two.
but there's a thing. Yeah.
I'm mad. My goose is gonna be lonely forever.
Your goose is cooked.
I'll do it with you too. We can play together.
We would like to play.
We would like to do it.
Next up, we have the most Nintendo decision.
There's so many choices.
Where do we begin?
I mean, to me, Animal Crossing is a very Nintendo
That
decision.
is big.
What else is it? I mean, Joy-Con stuff's still going on.
Yeah, but that wasn't a decision. That was just being inept.
You could say
Yeah.
it's a decision at the production of the Switch where they go, we'll have a piece of paper as the scratch pad.
That's true. We just had to get new Joy-Cons, so
Yeah.
Oh, did you? So
Yeah.
that's everyone then.
yeah.
Yeah, like
We-
it's a
everyone
it
is
affects
everyone here has got new Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Yep. Or just use your Pro Controller and
Our Pro
Like,
controllers,
my-
I feel like, are doing that now.
Yeah.
Really?
I got a new one. 'cause
I
my-
was like, oh, okay, I just drop $80 on this again.
no.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the most Nintendo decision was in Super Smash Brothers where they made Gino a Mii costume.
Oh, harsh.
Ouch, that hurt you?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't hurt me specifically, but people have been wanting Gino in it forever. Even Sakurai himself has said he has wanted Gino in the game since like Brawl or Melee or something like
Something
that.
like that.
And they made it a Mii costume, and it really upset a lot of people, and I thought it was kind of funny.
They did that with like a bunch of people. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, Cuphead?
Yep.
You got the Mii fighter treatment.
And not
Oh,
only
Sans
yeah,
and,
Sans from Undertale.
Yeah,
You got
Sans,
the
that's
you got
what
the
Sans.
songs.
Listen,
Comics.
us
I typed in comic
songs.
songs, bro.
And I mean, not only did they gyp Geno fans there by making him a Mii costume, but you also have to pay extra money outside of the Fighter Pack DLC
Yep.
for said
To
Geno
get the Mii
costume.
fighter costumes.
All the Mii Fighter costume stuff has. It seems like they're just like, oh, you guys want this character? What about as a costume?
Like-
Yeah, it's
instead?
like no, that's the biggest slap in the face ever.
Honestly, with Sephiroth, I wish they would have done like Aerith or something, because then it's like not another sword fighter, it's like some magician girl. and
Well, she got the Mii fighter costume.
Barrett.
treatment.
yeah, well, that's
Did they do
stupid.
Barrett too?
Yeah,
They did,
and
like, the
Barrett,
whole
Tifa,
yeah,
and
Tifa,
Aerith,
whatever.
yeah.
All of them. In a chocobo hat.
That's true.
Just a
Gotta-
chocobo.
Just a
Gotta
Chocobo
remember the
as
chocobo
a fighter.
hat.
Yeah.
My Nintendo decision is Clubhouse games. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you have two people and you want to play Clubhouse games in the same room, you press 2-player, and then Clubhouse Games 51 Classics goes from 51 to like 7.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Which is great. I mean, 7 games, that's a lot, but they all suck. So,
Yep.
unless you like playing Ludo, which is infuriating for all parties,
Yep.
Clubhouse games sucks when you're all in the same room wanting to have a good time. And I don't understand why, because it's not necessary.
It's crazy because it's like the 51 games, they're all designed for like 2-player
Yeah.
basically, but it's like why only these 7? Like I don't understand it.
And then, oh, I just had one and I lost it.
Keep going.
No, I had one
This
and
is
I
the
lost
rest
it.
of the time. Nintendo decisions.
Do you have a Nintendo decision?
I'm just everything.
I know.
Like-
That's what-
Wow.
Like the app is still the greatest thing ever. Their voice chat is always the greatest thing ever. Like what more do I need to say?
True.
I forget what it was. Oh well.
Other than that, Nintendo is perfect. We love them very much.
Yeah.
Please sponsor us.
Yeah. It's just we'll cut out this last segment and we'll post it.
You can catch this segment on our other podcast.
Other podcasts, yes.
So next up we have easiest time waster. I think the most obvious answer here is Animal Crossing New Horizons.
What's Animal Crossing?
I don't know, really. It's just a game I've put
I'm gonna pick
over.
that too. That sounds right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Stardew Valley on this one because when me and Brock play that online, I feel like we played for a day of Stardew Valley time, but then like it's actually like 5 hours later. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we did like a week of this game. That's it.
Yeah. When I'm bored at our apartment, I'll be like, Blake, tell Brock to play Stardew Valley tonight.
And then it's just 2 a.m. and
Yeah.
then we don't know how.
I'm gonna actually sorry.
Go.
I have to add to that answer because that's the easiest time waster in game because we've now gone through basically an entire year of Stardew Valley and I'm not sure I've progressed at all.
Brock has and I have. I'm carrying our multiplayer forward.
Brock's
That's
Still-
how he's getting that extra 90 something
Yeah.
hours just from standing there and starting.
Brock
Also, Brock has never
Brock still
gone
can't
to sleep.
figure out when to go to bed on time.
If you don't go to bed before 2 a.m., you pass out, and then
Yeah.
you start the next day with half stamina. So you can
So?
basically do
He
half
does
the
it
stuff.
almost every day.
night. I get this little thing. It's like Brock passed out in a ditch somewhere.
I'm sorry, my work ethic is just way beyond the scope of this stupid game.
Hey, you need some healthy boundaries, Brock, okay?
Come on, work-life balance.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right.
And I'll go with my easiest time wasters as Hades. It is so easy.
Boo.
It's
Roguelikes
easy.
are always
It's
the
so
easiest.
easy. You do a run, you get far, and then you're like, all right, I can
do
beat,
another run."
I can beat that run again.
Yeah.
So then you do it, and then you're like, ah, shit, I did worse. I can definitely beat it though. So let me just do it again. And you just end up doing like 7 runs, and
Yep.
next thing you know, it's 3 hours later, and you're
Exactly.
like, oh.
Like, I was supposed to actually do stuff today.
I was supposed to be in bed like 2 hours ago. What happened?
I was actually supposed to go to my job. Whoops.
So next we have
Weirdest game.
Weirdest game.
Weirdest game.
Melissa, do you have a?
I can never remember the name of it, but it's the little monster thing.
Carrion.
And yeah, and you like eat the scientists as you're trying to
Okay.
escape, and you're like, oh, just a little.
You're like a-
monster.
you're like
bunch
a-
of tentacles, and you can do like electricity, or you can go big, or you can like body slam. And yeah. I just liked going around and in every room, just making sure I'm eating every person I can.
Nice.
Yeah, it's basically like, you're a monster trying to escape like this lab, and you're like this weird, basically like meat blob,
Yeah.
and you have like
There's a lot of
tentacles.
tentacles,
Yeah, that you can like extend out and like grab scientists and like eat them and stuff, and as you eat them, you get stronger and everything, and it's like, it's cool.
It's like the Katamari of
Yeah, basically.
murdering people.
Yeah. Instead of once you roll them up, they're actually like dead inside you.
Everyone else go before me.
I'm
still know.
I'm trying to think too.
Oh.
I'm like, geez, what can I even?
I don't
What
have
is
anything.
weird? I feel like
Games
2
in
years
general.
ago when we did this, it was like, oh, Katamari, because
Right.
it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh. Okay. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory.
Ooh, that's a good one.
that's mine, of course.
Yes, I have the answer now too.
Which we didn't play, but
Definitely
I don't
weird
know why it
choice.
exists. Oh, I know what I was gonna say before that, and it's also a music game, and it was I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the turntable one.
Fuser.
Oh,
Fuser.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looked kind of cool. I watched someone play it, and I was actually
we
like,
did too.
this actually seems to have some cool ideas. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I think I've seen some people just play with a controller. I don't
Yeah.
know. Did they come out with an actual?
I don't know about that.
Because I know they did that back in the day when they had
With
DJ
DJ
Hero.
Hero, yeah.
They had the actual turntable.
You need to flip the switches and stuff.
Yeah. But I think it looked pretty okay.
Yeah.
But I'll throw in a weird game just because I want to mention it somewhere, and this seems like a good spot. Katana Zero.
That was a
You're-
weird game.
You're a samurai, and you go around just murdering people, but you're like basically a drunk, like
Yeah.
drug-ridden samurai in like Neo, some city, and it's just it's a weird one, but it's really cool.
I feel like there was a ton of weird indie games that came out for the Switch, like this summer. At least that, but I'm having trouble remembering them. There was that one where it was like the trailer revolved around like a banana or something.
Oh yeah.
My name is Pedro. Or
Yeah.
something?
Yes.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro's a cool game
That
too.
game looked weird, but
It's-
I didn't play it, so I don't know.
It's cool. The trailer makes it look like so fluid and awesome.
But
When you actually play it, you can maybe hit those moments every now and then, but
Yeah.
a lot of time it's because it's basically almost like a twin stick shooter in a way, like
Okay.
2D twin stick thing
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're moving and you're aiming your cursor around to shoot,
Mm.
and so like there's just some little bits where you'll be aimed like 1 millimeter off or whatever, so you'll miss them,
Yeah.
and so there's just things like that kind of hold it back from being as cool as you want it to be.
You don't hit those trailer moments every
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, because I just want to mention it, and it's nothing to do with Switch. Neo 2 is a weird game.
Really?
Yeah, because it's feudal Japan demons, and you're part demon, and it's crazy, but it's awesome. It's basically almost like Dark Souls-esque.
Yeah, yeah. I played the first one.
Yeah,
It's very much like Dark Souls, but the universe is cool.
yeah. I like all the big old demons. Big demon boys.
Gotta love them.
Honestly, like Untitled Goose Game is kind of weird too.
That is a very
Yeah.
good
That
game.
is.
You're just a goose running around
Stealing
causing
things,
chaos.
like you're literally an evil goose.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that is nice.
Like imagine the pitch meeting for that game.
Well, like, also, did you guys play Donut County?
No.
No.
Oh, that was
I
good
know
too.
about
I
it,
forgot
but
about that game.
Yeah, that's a good little game where you're just controlling a little hole on the ground,
Mhm.
and you pick up like smaller things. It's almost like Katamari in the fact of like
Yeah.
you pick up smaller things, and then the hole in the ground starts to get
Getting
bigger and
bigger.
bigger as you pick up more and more.
That's why I didn't understand like how the story was like. How does that play into the story?
The story is very silly. The
Okay.
story is super silly, and I would just say I don't want to give too much of it away because I
Sure.
actually enjoyed
Yeah.
the story more than I thought it was just going to be, because it is like a dumb 2 hour, 3 hour game.
Yeah.
It's not long,
Sure.
but I was highly entertained by that story, more than I thought at
Well, that's
least,
good.
and like the stupidity of it. And I
Yeah.
was just like, this is silly.
Well, that's good.
See, plenty of weird games.
There you go.
There's a few.
All right, so next we got worst game. Mine's gonna have to be Just Dance 2020
Oh yes, same.
On the Wii.
Same.
On the Wii, though,
Same.
right?
on the Switch.
Same.
Do you have 2019 and 2020? So you actually bought two versions
No,
of this
we
game?
only
No,
have
no, no.
2020.
We only have 2020.
Okay.
It's terrible because the music you're provided with at the beginning is just kind of
Yeah.
and then
It's fire, Devin.
there's
Yeah.
so many in-game purchases for other
It's just
songs.
an ad. The entire
Yeah.
thing is just an ad.
Yeah, it's really
It's so
terrible.
annoying.
I really regret buying it. Yeah, don't buy it, please. Do
That's the
yourself a
thing.
favor.
Like, yeah, like I feel like all the games I actually bought, like, I'm not gonna buy like a bad game, you know. So it's like this purchase was literally a waste of money.
It was horrible.
Like, it is terrible.
And also, you really don't even have to dance.
It's just your hands.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like,
it's all hand motion.
yeah, it's like hold this Joy-Con and try to match what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Hey,
Yeah.
they've been selling it on the Wii for the past decade.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. But,
Kinect version was the only good version.
That was Dance Central, thank you. It's a different.
Come on, get it right, Brock.
I gotta be on my hands and knees and sway
Yeah.
my head around or whatever they want.
Obviously,
Whatever
you need to
the
wear
hell.
you need a full suit.
Worst games. I don't feel like I played any.
That's the
bad
thing, is
games.
like, when do you
I
play
try-
a bad
I
game?
try not to play bad
Exactly.
games.
Yeah, I second that. I picked all good games this year and don't really hate anything.
Well, there's enough bad for Just Dance to make up for all of those.
I'll throw in the what is it? The Bravely Default 2 demo.
I haven't played that yet.
I loved Bravely Default 1,
Okay.
but I played the demo, and I don't know if I've just gotten horrible at JRPGs and turn-based or what, but it seems like the area they throw you into in the demo is like over-leveled
Ooh.
or like stronger than you are at the
Yeah.
point where they put you in the demo. So you're fighting these enemies and you're just dying.
Mhm.
And it was just like, well, this doesn't make me want to get the game. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm just, I like tried to be as cautious with it. I tried to like do it a couple times on like these first battles, and I just kept dying. And I was like, maybe I just forget how to play Bravely Default.
Because usually in the like demos, you're like
You're
over-tuned,
yeah.
so it's like, buy this game, you're gonna destroy all these monsters.
Yeah, so I'm hoping because I don't think that game's officially launched yet.
It's not. It's like this spring, I think.
Yeah.
They-
so
they
I hope
had
they
a-
figure it out.
They had a direct where they addressed the demo, and they
Yeah.
were like, we like took the feedback into consideration.
Right.
Like, we're gonna tweak difficulty levels, so
Yeah,
maybe.
I remember seeing that, and I hope that is the case because I loved Bravely Default 1. I remember playing that all the time in college. I literally just had it in my hoodie pocket and would have
Yeah.
it on auto battle and just grind.
That
through
game
all my
was one
classes.
where you could grind a lot
Yeah.
of time.
It was awesome. I would just have it. I just pull it out of my hoodie while I'm in class, check on it, be like, okay, my party's doing well. I'll just run them around while I have one hand in the pocket, just
Yeah.
moving my cursor around
Yeah.
so they can. But yep.
would you say Isle of Armor DLC was really bad?
Okay, that honestly was pretty disappointing. Like Crown Tundra, the most recent Pokemon DLC, good. Like actually had content, actually had stuff to do. I thought the legendary thing was gonna be stupid, honestly, because I was like, I thought it was gonna cheapen the legendary experience. Like, let's just give you every legendary ever.
Yeah.
But it was actually kind of cool how you got them, and the new ones were actually cool to obtain because they all like were part of quest lines that were actually fleshed out. But the one before that, the Isle of Armor, terrible. You literally just got the new mythical pseudo-legendary, whatever it's called, Kung Fu or
I was gonna say
thing.
that was the bear water
Kung Fu
fighting
bear
or
thing,
whatever.
and you literally just took it to the tower that you wanted it to, its like type to be, because it could either be like water or dark type,
Mhm.
and it basically learned different fighting stance, which affected its moves, and that was like it. you like take it there and then you fight like the dojo master, and it's like that's it. Like there's really nothing to do on these islands. Sorry.
How much did that cost?
15 each technically, 30
I think
total.
so. Yeah, 30 total. So I was like, jeez.
Yeah.
Like after I bought the first one and played through it because they staggered the release.
Right.
I was like, I hope the second part is much better than this.
Yeah, that seems pretty bad.
And to finish
Wait,
it off.
Brock didn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
I said Just Dance as well. I don't know. I don't have a
He said he didn't play bad games.
Yeah.
All right.
All of my picks are great because I know.
You don't have any least favorites?
Not really, no. How about this? Stardew Valley. I never know what the heck is
Wow.
going on.
Whoa!
I keep passing out.
Those are big
I keep passing
words.
out for no reason. I don't understand.
I never wanted to be a farmer. Like,
Blake kind of just coerced me into it. I don't know what's going on.
I woke up one day and I was in a farmhouse.
And then our last category is best game.
Best game.
Best
What?
game. I think the game I enjoyed playing the most, not necessarily for the whole game. This was like the post game was a little weak, but I really did enjoy playing Dragon Quest XI.
Same.
It was really fun, and there was a lot of stuff to do, and I appreciated that it had a lot of post game stuff, even though it wasn't necessarily great. It was nice that they thought about post game as extensively as they did.
I didn't play like a Dragon Quest game or just an RPG in like a very long time, and like this definitely scratched an itch.
Yeah.
And just the art style of Dragon Quest is just awesome to me.
Akira Toriyama.
And you could play in 2D mode, so
What?
you could play the entire story in 3D, you know, this generation's graphics, or you could go like basically like 16-bit and play the entire game like in that style. So
That's cool.
it's pretty sweet.
is the gameplay just the same in 16-bit?
Yeah, I think.
That's pretty
Because
cool.
it's turn-based, right?
Yeah, because like you can move around when you're playing in 3D. You can move around. There's like a little ring, but like it doesn't do
Matter.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
You can't dodge or anything. It's not like real it's not like Final Fantasy VII,
Right.
Sure.
where you can actually do things.
Cool. So is that your pick too then for best game?
It's up there, but honestly, I'd probably say Paper Mario Origami King. I really liked the story. I really liked almost everything about it. Like, Paper Mario franchise is probably one of my favorite franchises. The first game for the N64 was awesome. Thousand Year Door for GameCube was awesome.
Meh.
But this game was like a true like return to form, so that's why it's probably like my top. It's like reaching at all the nostalgia from my childhood, and it's like bringing it back.
But with some new twists that you actually enjoyed.
Definitely a new twist. There's a part that's like incredibly sad, which I would not expect in a game like this.
Sure.
I'm not going to spoil it, but some sad stuff happens.
I think I know. From Donkey's videos,
Yes,
I think I know.
probably.
Are you talking about the competition on this?
We're going up against Donkey? You never told me that.
Yes, we have the same time slot.
All right, this is
Keep his name out of your mouth.
this is Among Us Sundays.
You want to go with yours?
Sure. So the real answer to this is Animal Crossing. I spent 450 hours on it. The real answer to this is Super Mario 3D All Stars. I didn't even buy this game because I still have all my other
Ooh, that might be one of my
stuff plugged in. So I played all these games on their original systems like a real fan. But undoubtedly, those are the best games that were released
True.
this year.
Yeah.
That falls into that Nintendo decisions of the year. Let's
True.
emulate
Yes.
these 3 games and
Yes.
sell them for $60.
That's right. That's what we were going to talk about. Because we were talking about it before we
Yeah,
started
we were just
this.
talking about that.
But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine is amazing. Everybody says otherwise is dumb. So
It was my least favorite of the
Okay, dummy.
so
Well, as the true non-Nintendo boy, I still have to play all 3. So
and we'll be watching.
I know
you
guys
have to play those.
Actually,
yeah.
we're gonna stream this if he lets me.
I'll find a way to get
The
it hooked
Funky
up.
Boy
Oh,
saga.
I've got to wait now.
The Funger Nation tuning in.
Funky Nation turning in. Part of the Fourshade Studios.
That's right. Yeah, I need you guys to get your LLC and then add
All
me
right,
under
we'll
it.
add you in.
Right.
Draw a picture.
All right, working on
We'll
it.
get some merch for you. Buy that merch. Fungry Boy Nation.
I imagine something similar to Meat Boy, just like eating something, eating a slice of pizza or something like that.
That can be done. A Monkey Boy.
Yeah.
But best game.
Best game for me, I think it's clear. Hades,
All right.
because like
Solid.
I said, it's good. It's got good writing. It's got good gameplay. Every run, you kind of build something out a little differently, and you find like the good perks, the bad perks, the one that you're trying to get, and it's a good game, and it's definitely just you can play it for hours on hours without even noticing.
Melissa, do you have a best game?
Ooh. I guess probably just Animal Crossing. I played it the most.
Solid.
Yeah.
I don't.
I always say.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be Animal Crossing because that is definitely the one you've played. It's either that or Bug Snacks. So.
Yeah, honestly.
Why
do you hate Last of Us 2 though?
I don't.
Yeah, why do you hate Last of Us 2?
It's fine. There's
Fine.
parts of it that I don't. I think it was written. Some parts are a little weird. I'm okay with all people who are mad about the big spoiler in the beginning of the game.
Where Mario
Y'all
dies?
are, huh?
Mario dies?
Yeah.
Yeah, when Mario dies by Sephiroth's sword.
Those people, I don't care what you have to say. You're just mad about
You're dead
no
to me.
reason. But there are some other points in the story that are just, especially towards the end of the game, that it's like, this seems kind of tacked on.
Yeah.
I don't want to make these decisions, but also I kind of get the. That's where you get into the whole argument of art versus,
Game, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want this to be a game or do you want it to be art?
All games are art.
All games.
Come
Well,
on.
Lean more towards the art spectrum.
I see.
Yeah, that's our wrap
That's
up.
the wrap
I
up.
think.
2020. It's been a year.
Yeah. It's been a good
Not
year.
a bad year for
It's
gaming.
been a good year for gaming, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's been a time for me
I
to
mean,
play a lot of games.
that's what I was gonna say. It's been a good year to game.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna at least try and end this as we've traditionally do here on the Rumble Pak podcast with a sharing time. Now, I know nobody has prepared this, so
I've prepared.
okay, everybody's prepared this except Devin. Great.
No, I have one. I put one in.
Wow,
A last-minute contender.
This is great. So, Kyle, just so you've never been on the podcast, sharing time is a time for you to really pour your heart out. Whatever you've seen lately that you think the people need to know, and I think I know what you know that people need to know.
I know what people need to know about it.
Tell me what people need to know.
Tell us, what do people need to know?
They need to know about the KF console, aka KFC console,
AFC
aka
console.
aka a PC that keeps your chicken warm.
That's what
Wait,
it is.
no,
Yes.
no way.
It is a console made by KFC.
The chicken company.
The company, Colonel Sanders himself, built this
He
with
created
his
it.
own 2 hands and all flavors of that chicken.
He battered it up and then he
It is-
fried it.
It is actually shaped like a KFC bucket, but it's like matte black. It can do 4K. I think it's either 120 or 240 hertz gaming, VR ready, and
This is
it's
not joke.
I
Look it
know.
up.
I
and
know.
it's got a compartment in the middle that pops out and has a tray to keep your fried chicken warm.
Have they actually said anything other than fried chicken? What is the compatibility in the
I
food
hope with
spectrum?
everything.
Okay.
I
Can you
hope-
dump some gravy
I'm
in it?
hoping- I'm at least hoping for pizza.
How
That's
is-
Dump
like-
your gravy in.
Like how? I don't understand how that's like good for a console. To
For a
have-
PC just to put
to
fried
have
chicken
food
bits in
inside.
it? Yeah, I wonder.
It's wonderful to have all that heating elements right next to a
Yeah.
PC. I don't know how they got around it, but Intel and Nvidia are behind it because it's got like a 3090 in it or something silly like that.
Jeez.
And I want one, but they cost $2,000.
That's what I was gonna say. What's the price point on this
They're
thing?
costing $2K, which is a lot.
How much
but-
free chicken do you get with it?
How many-
Does it- Is it stocked with
Well, it
chicken?
should be
Lifetime.
lifetime.
Yeah, it should be lifetime KFC. But
So if any of you out there buy this PC, please write into the Rumble Pak podcast via our email and let us know.
also let us
What it's all
know
about.
how much gravy it can hold.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's the gravy
very
capacity?
important. What's the gravy capacity?
I want to be able to just pop that tray open and dip it right next to me.
How many are they releasing? Have they said?
They haven't really given out too much information. I don't even think there's a release date on it yet.
Because imagine like a $2,000 price point, and then it like being the most collector item ever.
That's what I'm kind of wondering is like if somehow I were to buy this thing, which I don't.
Never even
I
use
can't.
it. You can't
I
even
can't.
use it.
You have to keep it in the box.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
Is it one of those items that would go up to like
I feel like
10K or
it
something
has
to be.
silly?
It has
I feel
to
like
be.
it's gonna be a major failure,
Oh yeah,
No one's gonna buy
they're
it.
only gonna sell like 10 of these worldwide.
and it's when it becomes a major failure that it becomes something much greater.
That's
It's
true.
not a failure.
It
Yes.
becomes
They're thinking long term.
There's a reason
Big.
the Wii U is very hard and expensive to buy.
Exactly. That's why we're sitting on a gold mine here.
This
Honestly.
is actually just an elaborate new Nathan for You episode.
That's what happened. Nathan, like, they'll come out with a new season, and Nathan for You is like, you guys need a console.
See, me and Brock, the proud owners of Wii U's, we're sitting in our private helicopter right now. It looks like a home.
Yes.
Do you have a Wii U? I thought you had a Wii U.
I had one.
Oh,
I got
not
rid-
anymore.
I
Bye.
got rid of it. I said,
Sorry.
I only played like 2 games on this thing. Get this thing out of here.
I gotta sell this thing so I could save up enough for the KF console.
That's right.
That's right.
I took that money and I invested it.
That's right. It's like the guy that traded up the paperclip all the way to a house.
Yeah. Alright. That's
Okay.
what I got.
KF
pretty
console.
good.
I am scared of that. I can go next.
Yeah.
I can share all my things, all my times. So I saw this thing that is basically a sleeping bag, or I'm not really sure what this thing is, like a chair.
A swaddler.
But you basically can. It shows. It shows a businessman working at his desk with like a husk of a Metapod sitting next to it, and he's just crawling inside of it, and it's like a sleeping bag. You just zip yourself all the way up, and then you can just. It shows himself looking at himself in a mirror, like just looking dead inside and emotionless. But I guess if you,
If you're a Metapod, that's what you do.
I guess if you need to really get the job done at work, you can just keep one of these by your desk and
You know, this is
never have to go home.
This is a Japanese product, and
That's what I was-
You know,
yes.
in Japan,
Yes.
it is okay to sleep at your desk because it means you're working really hard. So I hear.
Okay.
Speaking as an
Japanese
American
businessman.
person that has no Japanese heritage or been to Japan, I have heard this.
Is Japan even real? Are you sure?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's just
really
a mythical
know.
place where video games come out of somehow.
I saw it on
Just a
Google
portal
once.
in the ocean and video games pop out of it.
Just like just shoot
Video
out.
games and anime.
So that's mine. You can get a Metapod thing. It's $350. So pretty.
I mean, it's
pretty steep.
is
but
that another collector's item? No, I don't think it is.
I mean, what's the price of hard work?
But I
really?
kind of want one.
I'd say if that thing got was on sale for 50% off, maybe.
Well, and the thing is, it keeps you upright. You can't even lay down.
That
all
was
the
my
way.
question. Can you use hard? And
Yes.
Maybe this is for good sitting posture. If you've been slumping over at your desk all day,
Can I just
Of
build my
course.
desk then at like 2 feet above the ground so I can just sit in this thing and have my
Yes.
hands pop out?
I think that's what it's meant for.
see, you need a kotatsu, another Japanese product.
Right.
Just need to live in Japan. Everyone knows
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Brock, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be boring like I have been and saying random facts. So I found some some great soul on the internet who decided to take the ROMs of N64 games and directly rip all the sound files off of those games. So now I've got a
I like
bunch
that.
of literal, like the exact sound files from N64 games.
Nice.
That's pretty fun. But the more fun part is that because N64 games are like 5 megabytes large, all of these sound files are at, in order to store them, they're all at different bit rates. So like the sampling of each sound is different. So when you play back like anything, it's way too fast because all the bits go by way too fast.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I thought this isn't consistent per game or anything. It's just how they stored it all on N64. And so my sharing time is one. It's really cool to hear these sounds like as they are on the cartridges.
Yeah.
And two, old game programming is amazing.
Wacky.
This is what I've been wanting to do for the longest time. We need to get one of those like sample things and put sounds from like the N64 or something, whatever video game sounds, so we can just like click a button. Like,
Sample
someone says like a hot take, we can just Mario dying.
Yeah.
We'll program this in 6 seconds if we can do this.
That's what we need. You need to take those sound effects and we need to do something like
You can
that.
do
Got
that.
it.
You can do that. They got those Twitch boards now.
That's what I'm saying. It's just we need
to.
So the last thing on here, I'm gonna need your help for this.
Yeah, and I said I have no idea what you're talking about. So
Wait, really? You don't? Okay, so Blake has this talent where
I have a talent. I'm a very talented man.
I don't even know if it's a talent. It's just a thing you do, where you can hear a sound like in a song, a sample, and you can be like, "Oh, that's also in this random obscure
I swear
song."
we sent him a Snapchat trying to get him to do this like 2 days ago.
I didn't understand that's what you were doing. You're just a bad communicator.
But there was a song the other day that we were listening to. I don't remember what it's called, but there was like a whoa in it or whatever.
I know what she's talking about. There's this song that we were listening to, and it was just some like
Random thing.
lo-fi
Yeah.
song with like rap over it,
Yeah.
and
Was it the Childish Gambino one?
no.
Okay.
I know what it sounds like, but I don't know what it's called.
Well,
so
look
this
in
is
your library
not
really
helpful
quick.
at all.
Look in your library
Whoa.
really quick.
Then as a shout out of sampled stuff, in Kid Cudi's new album, there's a part where Scott Pilgrim is sampled, and so
There you
I
go.
approve of that.
Nice.
The movie or
The movie.
okay.
It's the part where I can't think of what's the drummer or not the drummer, the lead guitarist
Yeah.
is like, Scott, don't give him the satisfaction, and then it's like Scott saying like, what if I want the satisfaction or whatever, and it's just that part.
Is it very obvious?
Oh yeah, it's like in
They're like,
between.
"We
It's
need
like
to
in
do
between
this."
two songs, so it's at like the start of one of the songs.
That's the only part you listen to. 'Cause that's the
Yeah,
best part.
that's I just listened to that 5 seconds on
Yeah.
repeat, and that's the new Kid Cudi album. I don't know anything else about it.
5 stars. Album
5
of the year.
stars. Samples Scott Pilgrim.
What's a
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this song.
All right.
I'll come back to you.
We'll
Next time.
we'll put the song.
Oh,
in the
it's I just found it.
Okay, great, perfect.
It's by Elijah Who,
Okay.
and it's called Pink.
Pink by Elijah Who. So this sound, the woo or whatever, it's like a slowed down Mario 64.
Long jump?
No, it's like him. I can't even think of what it is now. I knew what it was the other day. I'm listening to it right now. I'll hear it in 2 seconds. I don't want to play this on the thing.
Yes, we're gonna get copyright
Yeah,
strike.
get copyright.
But yeah, it's some soundbite of Mario making a woo sound or whatever,
Yeah.
slowed down from
I
Mario
can't remember what it's
64.
It's from Mario 64. I know 100%. And he's
Yeah.
kind of like woohoo.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's like he's like cold or something. It's like it's some
So someone
very
in the frost-
specific,
Oh, okay.
some very specific sound effect.
Sure.
Anyway,
Down the ice slide. I don't
Something
know.
like that. I don't know.
I never played these games.
Yeah, Kyle just said. Just Mario things. Come on.
I've seen it. I've seen a thing or two about this Mario character.
It might even be like an idle sound where he's just like sitting there.
Yeah, he does shiver in cold levels.
It might be something like that.
yeah. But anyway, that's just something weird that Blake does sometimes, so thought
Sharing
I'd share it.
This is gonna turn into oversharing.
Yeah. Throw that on our find that on our
We'll do.
our,
Yeah.
what we were saying earlier that I
The
can't
thing.
say.
Yeah, the secret thing.
that we
Secret
told everyone.
Secret thing.
This entire podcast is a secret between
Oh, okay.
us and the one person that watches.
I see. My dad.
And my dad.
My dad.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we have for today.
And a year.
And a year. That's all we have for the rest of the year. So, thanks for tuning in this year, and we'll see you again in 2021. This was the Rumble Pak podcast, episode 44, with Devin, Blake, Brock, Kyle, and Melissa. So,
Special guests.
Special guests.
We're gonna bring more special guests on every episode 2021.
Yeah,
Just
we're
wait.
expanding in
Random people.
2021. We're gonna get our first
Hey, you wanna go on a
sponsor.
podcast?
We're gonna.
We're gonna come this close to actually trying.
We're gonna
in
get a sponsor
2021.
this year.
Okay.
G Fuel.
Manifest it.
Joe Rogan, we're coming for you.
Cut that, please.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching. You can find us on all things Rumble Pak and Fourshade, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes.
Plug it. Plug
Just
it.
everything.
Zynga,
All the
MySpace.
things. All Vampire Freaks,
Plug it. Plug away. Plug it.
Um,
Find you on Toontown.
Bye.
absolutely. Okay, bye!